Good morning and welcome to Tennessee Valley this morning. We're so glad that you have turned the channel and we're on with you. And I'm Kay Free, your hostess for today. And Mr. Chris, it's so nice to see you this morning.
Good morning.
You look awful fresh.
Well, I try to in the morning. Get enough coffee and things, I'm ready to go.
I know, isn't it nice? And I went by the bakery this morning. And they're open very early.
Oh, yes.
And I'll just tell you what they said. I felt so good. I told them I need to go by there every morning really early. They said that they loved watching us on television.
Well,
isn't that kind?
That's very nice.
And that I looked great on television. Listen, I love those people there at,
we'll have to go by
Townhouse
and visit them more
Bakery.
often. Yeah, they're at Townhouse. Okay, we'll have to go by there
and buy a few donuts or something, right?
A few donuts or apple fritters. They have good apple fritters.
Do they do that?
Oh,
but
yes.
Anyway, I just want to say hello to them because they were very kind to me this morning, and I appreciated that.
Well, how nice. That's great.
I know. So anyway, what's been going on with you?
You know what? Things have been exciting. Let's see. Oliver, our 5-year-old, lost a tooth. I mean, that's hilarious. And it's a front one at the top.
And he loves losing them, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he thinks it's funny. He's not bashful. The other two didn't like it that much, but Oliver, he likes that.
And
he has fun with it.
He woke up with it gone this morning, right?
Yeah, he woke up with yesterday. Well, yes.
Oh, yesterday.
And he just woke up and it was loose. So it just came right out. So. He's been excited about that. He likes doing that. So he likes to cash them in. Is what it is, I think.
Is that what?
Oh yeah.
He likes the money that
he
comes under the pillow.
He likes the tooth fairy. Is what he likes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the kicker on that.
I think we've talked about this once before, but when Chris was small and losing his teeth, he put his tooth under the pillow one night, and the tooth fairy forgot it.
Oh, right.
Do you recall that?
I still have memories of that, yes.
And
I'm still in therapy for that.
The tooth you went to therapy. No, you didn't, because the tooth fairy left a note when he went back to look under his pillow a little bit later in the morning. There was a note from the tooth fairy that said they had been so busy all night they didn't have time to come by and leave a little coin there. And so what was interesting was he wanted to write a note back to the tooth fairy, so we wrote a note back to the tooth fairy, and the next night she showed up, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I know. Yes. Or he, whoever, I always think it's a woman.
Whoever the tooth fairy is, that's...
I know.
Yes.
But it's always exciting for the kids. That's one of the great things of,
it's a lot of fun.
Of losing your teeth.
Yes. Yes, they had a lot of fun. And we just had a lot of excitement at the house. We had a tree fall.
Another one.
Another one, yes. And this one fell right over the driveway, but it didn't hit the ground. So they came yesterday and got it off, dropped the tree and things. So we couldn't pull in the driveway. We pulled in, and my daughter said, "Dad, that tree's getting ready to fall." And by that, I mean it had already fallen. So while we were gone, it had tipped over, and luckily enough, it didn't hit the ground or hit anybody. It
just lodged in another tree.
It lodged in some other trees, and it was away from falling away from the house, but over the driveway. So we were fortunate about that.
Okay, in the tornado back. How many years ago? 3 years ago?
It's been 3...
In April the 27th. I know the date. I just don't know the year.
I think it's 3, 4,
but anyway, we had several trees. And then in September, when the wind came, I was living in the house at that time.
Yes.
More trees came down, and now you've had 2 to fall.
Had 2 to fall, yes.
So how many does that make us? About 27 so far?
A lot of trees, yes. There's been a lot of trees falling.
And there's still a lot left on that lot. So
yes, there's still plenty of trees. I don't think we have to worry about that. There's still plenty of trees. So.
No, but it's quite interesting. If it had fallen, this one had fallen the other direction.
Yes, it would have fallen.
It would have gone over the garage and the bonus room.
Yeah, and hit that area. But we were very fortunate.
And I'm sure our insurance company is excited that it didn't fall that way.
Yes,
you know, sure. This way it's our expense or your expense, and the other way it's the insurance expense.
But no, the gentleman that came to do the tree was very nice and got it taken care of real quickly. So that was good. That was very good. So. And,
I don't know. We need to pray over those trees or something, Chris.
I don't know. There's just a lot of them there, and that's just a part of them.
I know.
So, and I guess nobody heard it. So if a tree falls in the city, I guess nobody hears it either. I don't know if that's the adage. If the tree falls in the woods, does anybody make a noise?
Yeah.
And apparently, it doesn't make a noise when it falls in the city either, because nobody heard it fall. I was asking the neighbors. They said no, we didn't have a clue.
They didn't hear it either.
No, didn't have a clue.
And it was a pretty nice sized tree.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't that big around, but it was a large pine,
but it was very
a real tall pine. Yes, and I think just all the water, all the rain we've had this year. I think we've had
rain.
Yeah. Last year, I think they said we got 78 inches of rain last year. I think it was. I was talking to someone that does landscaping, and this region got 78 inches of rain, and that's a lot.
A lot of
of
rain.
Yes, it is. There's been water and things under houses that have never had water, and so it's been interesting this year.
It has, and the weather pattern. I went to Florida for a couple weeks. This is the first time I've been back since
I know
before the
you got out while the
holidays.
getting was good. I tell you.
And I made those arrangements like last of October or something like that. I wasn't aware of what the weather was going to be, but I left at the ideal time, right?
You sure did. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you left, that's when it started getting cold, and we've had some bitterly cold weather.
Well, in Florida, it was very cold also for them. We went over to Miami, and it was in the 50s during the daytime, or low 50s, maybe high 40s, and at night it was in the 30s. They said the coldest it had been, I think they said, in 2 or 3 decades.
Yeah, well, the weather here was, I think they said, coldest it's been in 30 to 40 years. I think it's 30 years, the coldest we've
The
had.
first time that I came to Cleveland was in 1959, and I don't ever remember it being below zero.
Yeah.
Or the chill factor is so low.
Yeah, it's just been really bad.
Well, the day I left to go to Florida, it was warm, and I wore sandals and no coat, just a light jacket. And then when I came back, I wore sandals and a light coat. It was getting a little chilly when I came in that night.
It was a little chilly that night. But
I left 80-some degree weather when I left there, which was, I like that weather very much.
that's a huge difference. And I mean, it's a big difference to go from 30 to, say, 9 or 7 degrees. That's a huge, by the time when 30 gets around, you think, boy, it's warm outside.
I know.
After you get used to that 7
Maybe
or 8
the Lord's
degree.
trying to tell us something that 30 is going to be the high for us, or 40 or 50, you know?
Yes, but it's, that was really cold. And we were just fortunate if we didn't have anything happen with all the cold weather. That was
I know.
good.
A little bit later, we're going to talk about, today
talk
on the
about some of
program,
that.
we're going to talk, the 2 subjects we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about social media and the positives and the negatives of it. And we're also going to talk about home warranty programs. And if you're not familiar with those, you'll want to stay listening to us, because these are very, very important to know about. A lot of people don't know about them, and they're well worth the dollar you spend for it. But anyway, we're going to talk about that later. But you want to talk about real estate just a little bit right now?
We sure can.
Okay.
We sure can.
While I was gone, Chris was busy.
Yes, it was very busy. We got several new listings. We've got some property out on, and I've got to remember my roads, out on Frontage Road there in Wynwood. We got a new little lot out there. Well, not a little lot.
3/4 of an acre.
3/4 of an acre. Nice lot there. And then we also have a new listing out in Firefox. Or Foxfire, I'm sorry. Foxfire.
That's
I always
right.
get that backwards. And Foxfire, nice house out there, well maintained, nice big lot.
$185,000.
$185,000. Nice big lot, fenced-in backyard. It's got a little area for a workshop out back with electrical running out to it. Nice little main
Screened-in
area.
porch.
Yeah, screened-in porch. A nice
Hardwood
deck area.
flooring.
Hardwood flooring.
And a huge great room. It has a very nice great room. 2.5 baths.
2.5 baths.
And
3 bedrooms.
for $185,000, that's a great area. Not a lot of houses ever go up for sale out there. And it's in a good neighborhood. The house, if you like that gingerbread look, or craftsman style house, that's what it is. And it has 3 bedrooms upstairs, and there is not a bedroom on the main floor. So if you're looking for a bedroom on the main floor, we don't have that. You could make one there. Nice big laundry room, double car garage, great piece of property for $185,000.
And he showed me one feature of the house when I was out there taking pictures. I've got a nice picture of the fireplace online at chrisfreetn.com, and it's got and I said, you got a gas fireplace? And he said, yes, and it's a lazy man's fireplace. He said, you can sit back and it's just got the remote control. You turn it on, you can set your temperature, what you want it to be, and everything. So I like that. That was nice.
You enjoyed that?
No getting up and turning anything. You just hit a button and then your flame comes on and you're ready to go.
That remote is so
It's just
convenient,
very convenient.
and so nice.
Feature
It really
of the
is.
house and a nice fireplace area, and you just sit back, turn it on, and you can adjust the flame and everything. So
Okay.
nice feature there.
Hey, I like that feature.
I like that
And
too.
all the appliances, including washer and dryer, comes with the house.
Yes.
So it's ready to move into.
Very nice.
It's
nice.
very nice. And the lot you were talking about is $18,000.
It's 18.9 is what we're got that at. Yes.
And it's 3/4 of an acre, and it's on the corner that goes into
To
a cul-de-sac.
So your driveway
So,
can actually be in the cul-de-sac.
yes,
and things.
very nice lot, a building lot, and the appraisal value on that is over
It's at 25,000.
25,000. So it's a good buy if you're interested in a building lot. Give
Inside
us
the
a
city
call.
limits, close to shopping and
Good school
interstate.
districts, all of that good stuff.
Yes, very nice, very nice. So, but it has been very active, and other homes have been looked at, and people getting out and looking at houses, and now that's starting to warm back up, they're getting back out.
I know.
So,
There for a little while they were frozen
most
in,
people,
right?
yeah. When it's 7, 8 degrees outside, you don't really want to go look at a property. I hate to say that, but you know what? You can look online, and that's why we have all our virtual tours.
Yeah, and you can go to kfree.com, or you can go to Chris's.
ChrisFreeTN.com, and we've got virtual tours, all kinds of information about real estate, listing your property, selling your property, and just everything about real estate on there, and just lots of good information on there.
And if you are wanting to buy or sell, you need to call your realtor, and we would love to be your realtor. We will give you great service. Both of us work together. The other thing also, we have an auction going on. It's Friday.
This Friday, yes,
This
at noon.
Friday in Dayton, Tennessee, and it is the old Sonic,
Old Sonic building.
on Highway 27, and it is an absolute auction. So if you're interested in any property over there or whatever, you want to come out to that auction. It starts at noon, does it?
It starts at noon on Friday, yes.
On Friday, and
Yes.
and it is right on Highway 27. Has a building on it, and
And it's called Coney Island was the last restaurant it was.
Yes.
And a lot of people knew that over there. That
it's Coney Island, and it started off with the Sonic, and the Sonic closed it and built on down the street from it. And but it's right there on Highway 27, so you might want to come by and see that.
Yes, you're looking.
Also, we have a pawn shop in Dayton,
area.
and it is a nice building with over 6,000 square feet. All the inventory goes with it. It's at $499.
Yes.
And it's a nice business and building, and we have all of the on an offer with it. Then you can get all of the P&L and all of that, so you'll know what it is.
Yes.
Also, we have a restaurant in Dayton,
And that's Kenny's.
Kenny's Bar and Grill, and they have the best hot dogs around anywhere. Have for 60 years. They've been in business. A family-owned business. He's wanting to sell it. It is great inside. They have updated it. Very nice inside. All of the equipment, everything, and he had it at $650,000. We've just put it to 200 and
I believe we're at $299.
$299,000.
Yes.
So that's a great buy. You're buying the business and you're buying the building and all of the equipment. You can't get in it. Liquor license are there.
Yeah,
So
you can't start a restaurant for that amount of money.
No, and it brings in good money. So anyway, those are some things that you might want to talk about or that you might want to see. If you're looking for a house in Dayton, we also have a beautiful home that's just across the street from the river, has a dock that you have access to, and it is over 4,000 square feet.
Yes, 4,000 square feet, all redone inside.
Oh,
beautiful
completely
kitchen area.
updated. It's beautiful. Go online and look on our Facebook, not on our Facebook,
Well,
but
that too,
online.
but
it's on
Chris
Facebook
Free-
too.
yeah, it's
So
all
you can
there.
look at that and see, and it's around 500,000.
Yes,
But
right.
it has just about anything you want. It has an outside building that can be used as a beautiful little playhouse, or you could put a hot tub in it. Has an outside patio, a screened porch, other front porches.
Yes,
It's
it's
just
got lots
porches
of porch
on it.
area with beautiful views.
It's on a corner, and it's in a great neighborhood.
And it's on 2 acres also.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a 2-acre lot right there.
So you want to look at that. It's a great house that's been completely updated.
And one of the largest laundry rooms, I think. I thought it was the kitchen, but it's actually the laundry room.
I know, but
It's large enough. I mean,
It is
it's a
very large.
very large laundry room.
Beautiful,
Very
great
nice.
room, large dining room. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 upstairs, 1 on the main floor, and then a bedroom downstairs. I think there's like 4.5 bathrooms.
Yes, there's 4.5 baths.
It's quite a house. So,
And 2 media areas. You've got 2 areas to have media rooms.
Yes, you do.
One downstairs and one upstairs. That's a common area for the 2 bedrooms
Yes.
upstairs.
So it
Has a wet bar
has a
and-
whole lot to offer for you. So give us a call on those, and we'd be glad to make appointments and take you. Or any other house that you see that's listed, we can show any home that is listed with the other realtors or whatever. We don't have to show just ours. That's why we have lock boxes on the door. They call them super
keys.
Super keys, and we can get into all the houses. We just make appointments and go. So give us a call at any time. We're set ready to work for you. Work 7 days a week if we need to.
That's right.
We don't like to work after 8 o'clock at night.
Well, right now with the
weather being, we work later in the summer.
Well, and it gets dark so early.
Yeah,
It's hard to
and
see a
usually
house.
we start about 9 in the morning. So from about 9 to 7 are good hours for us to work. If we have to make do other than that, we do. We make arrangements. But those are kind of the hours that we set. Sundays only by appointment, and we try to keep that minimal as possible.
We try.
We try.
Yeah, we try. But now I start early in the morning getting marketing done. That's the best time to get the marketing
Yeah,
out there.
he
I get
starts
started
marketing.
about 7 o'clock getting things online and
I don't start that
posted
early
that
anymore. But he does. I usually get
whenever
started on
nobody's
business
awake.
about
That's
9
the best time
o'clock.
to get those things done and
Yeah.
get all that takes
Chris
posting every
doesn't
day.
have to put mascara on and lipstick and get his hair fixed. That's why he can get up and get started earlier, right?
I guess so. Well, the ladies take longer to get ready. That's we just
We do.
just throw our clothes on and go.
I know. Listen, we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about social media.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning, and Chris and I were just sitting here discussing social media, and we're going to talk about that this morning because I think it's something that we all should be aware of. What we put on Facebook and what we put out there is there forever, and everyone sees it, and we need to be careful about what we do. And we want to talk about parenting and the
social media,
control of
yes.
social media.
Yes, I mean there's so many things out there that most parents don't understand. With Facebook, and a lot of kids are moving away from Facebook. I was just reading an article the other day And moving on to other social media networks because they found out their parents are on Facebook so much, which that demographic seems to be growing. But they're on to Snapchat, as some of the others are on Twitter, and some of the other things, and they post a lot on those. And it's, as parents, it's good to know what your children are involved in and to work with them on that. And social media with cell phones and their iPads, and not really the computer anymore, it's mostly done on those, especially your mobile devices. Kids have access to all of that instantly, and a lot of that is unmonitored.
Yes.
Not just by you, but as a system as a whole, they don't monitor those systems. And there's a few that had a lot of not very nice stuff on there, and Yahoo just took over one company, and they started to monitor those things, which a lot of people were not happy about, but they did start to monitor what was going on to their system, and even though they can't regulate that, they can regulate how hard it is to get to that, and they have made that harder for you to get to, which I think is very nice and admirable of Yahoo, but Google, especially Twitter and Vine, they don't monitor what goes on there, and so it's not really just what your children put on there or family members or whatnot, but it's what other people put on there that your children have access to. And that's where a lot of that really comes into play, because there's things, I mean, you wouldn't let your children do or see, and then all of a sudden there it is online, and they have access to it instantly when they sign up for that account. And a lot of those are exposed to your children to things that you don't want them to be exposed to, or to listen to, or to hear, or whatnot. I mean, they have those on there, and it really has to take a parent's effort to look into those things and to be able to monitor those things. So that's one issue is what other people put out there and how to monitor your children on that.
How do you monitor your children?
How do you monitor children on
yes.
that? Number one, you need to sign up for one of the accounts. And you just look and see what's out there. You know what? Maybe it's something you don't want to be exposed to, but unless you know what's out there, you can't keep your children from it. And if you don't know what is out there, so one of the things that I recommend is if they have a Twitter account, go into Twitter and follow some of the people they follow. You know, you hate to say take their phone, but ask them. You know, who are you following on Twitter? And because on Twitter, which you have access to information of what your friends have, but not only that, if your friend follows somebody, you get to see what their friends are saying, and it just kind of escalates like that. Well, by the time you get 20 people all putting information into a stream of information, there's going to be one bad apple in there that's going to say something or use language you may not want your child to use or be exposed to, and there's really no age limit. I mean, you're supposed to be a certain age, but kids 10, 12 years of age have Twitter and Facebook accounts, and to monitor those things, and just to see what they're looking at and to see what's going on with that. And
well, I was talking to parents the other day, or really grandparents I was talking with, and they were telling me that their parents, that their children, that their grandchildren, the parents have to know all the passwords.
yes,
They
yes.
have to have access to everything that child is involved in. Therefore, the parents can go on
And look and see.
and
Yes.
see what's going on. Also, they are not allowed to use computers or iPads unless they are in a certain room where the
Exactly.
family is and where they can see what's going on.
Yes.
Do you agree with that? You have young children
yes,
at home.
I do.
don't,
I agree.
and-
yes,
and-
yes. And my now my oldest is 16, and she doesn't have Facebook. She doesn't have Twitter. She does have what's called Snapchat, which is a new service that's out
I'm not
there.
familiar with that at all.
Snapchat, you take a picture, it stays on for probably, I think it takes 15-second videos, or you can post a picture, and it only stays on a certain amount of time. And you can watch it, and then it's gone. It just disappears. And it's a little more restrictive. I mean, you can keep out who you want to see and things. And she's got, I think, 3 or 4 friends. And I'm actually one of her friends on there. And it's fun to play with your kids. I mean, you can take a picture and smile and send it to them, or send them a funny message. And so we communicate that way sometimes if she's somewhere and I'm not with her. But those things are a little more easily monitored. But now Twitter and those things aren't. Now Facebook, a lot of kids are moving away from Facebook. And but
That's
they're usually
because people my age are on Facebook. Is that correct?
well, yes. I mean, it is in older demographics, and
Yes.
and Facebook understands that, and Instagram is another one. But those things aren't monitored as much. And like you were saying, know what your children are involved in, and keep in mind. My 6-year-old, we know who her friends are on that. We don't allow her to have a Facebook or a Twitter account, just simply because of those issues. And like I said, not necessarily her or her friends, but it's the other people that her friends follow that are down the line, and that affect that.
Well, we have heard so much in the news in the past several months and things of bullying
online,
on
yes,
there.
yes.
Also, putting sly remarks and different things. Almost it's like someone following you or
Exactly.
What do they call it?
Stalking.
Stalking
Yes,
you,
yes.
and they do it on Facebook or on one of these. And so Chris is very careful about pictures that I put on Facebook of his children and things. So we limit on what we can put
like
on.
if I'm out somewhere and I do take a picture, I post it on Facebook. If there's other people in the area,
Yes.
that I make sure if there's, especially if my daughter's somewhere and we take a picture of her to a friend, I won't put it on Facebook unless I have their permission.
Yes, because
And,
some people do not want their children on
yes,
Facebook
they do not
at
want
all.
and where my daughter takes dance, there was a young girl there that was there, and she's, I think, 9 or 10 years old, but she had an iPhone already, and she was on, I think it was Instagram and Facebook, and she was taking pictures of some of the other girls and posting on there. She does not know them, and putting remarks that really should not be put on there towards some of the girls
Yes.
on there. And it wasn't that she was being mean or anything like that, but it was, I guess you could call it, there's a little creepy about it. But she wasn't old enough to understand.
Yes.
And that's where it really comes in. Parents give these things to kids, and they don't understand I guess they just don't have the capability to understand, or they have the structure to understand proper uses for them. And
And
so
a lot of
that really,
parents don't understand
And they
what's
don't.
going on.
They really don't.
Because if you're not familiar with what is happening,
yes.
how can you monitor what your children
What your
are
children
doing
are
if
doing,
you're
yes.
not educated in
Exactly.
it? You do some teaching, right?
I've spoken to some churches and things about how to
parents.
to parents and children, and it's amazing what parents. I had one parent said, somebody can see all that, and I said, yes, they saw what you post on Facebook, and she was quite embarrassed because of some of the things she had said, and did not realize everybody could see that.
And when
She
it's
thought
out there, it is out there. There
When
is
it's out
no
there,
taking it back.
No, and people say you can delete the post or whatever. It takes a second to take a picture of that screen that you made that post on. So once it's out there forever. So please be cautious of what you put on Facebook or Twitter or any of the social networks. You really
Or
have to be.
comments you make about other people.
People, yes.
And, I think I don't get on Facebook very much. I was when I was in Florida for a couple of weeks, but I had some time. I don't have time to be on Facebook when I'm home and working. But you see comments on there that's almost like they're, quote, dirty laundry, that they're fussing with family members or something
Yeah,
doesn't
see,
go
that's
well.
not the place
and
for those things to
you start
do.
reading it and you're
That's-
thinking, why would you put this out where everyone can see? And you may not mention names, but there's a problem
Yeah, exactly.
because of the way it's stated and
Exactly.
et cetera. And I've had a couple that I've had to people I didn't know, and how they became my friend, I don't know, maybe through other friends, that have said things that I do not agree with, and I've had to delete the whole thing. I delete the friendships. So
Yes.
that I no longer get their.
And my wife said to do that. Now, Glenda doesn't do a lot of Facebook, but she had some people in there, old college or old high school roommates, classmates and things that she's had to remove because there were things that were inappropriate that she didn't want being posted, even showing up in her stream. So
Well,
she said,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yes,
That's why we wanted
yes.
to talk about this today, because I've been made aware just in the last 3 weeks about some things that have happened, and parents had no idea.
No, they don't. And a lot of, and even just,
sometimes the children are innocent in what they do, not realizing that it goes out everywhere,
Yes.
and that it can create a situation.
And an issue,
so
yes.
parents, if you have children that are on Facebook or Twitter or
Twitter,
these,
Snapchat,
all these
there's all different kinds now.
Make sure
there's,
you can monitor it. Make sure you know the passwords if you need to get into their computer or their phone or their iPad.
Mm-hmm.
where you can get in. I know your 5-year-old, he knows the password to everybody's, doesn't he?
He thinks so.
Oh, okay.
I go through and change passwords
You change it?
periodically. Yes,
Because
yes,
he'll
and
go
I
through
recommend
and he'll
that
say,
for
oh,
anybody.
I know that password.
And now one of the things that we were when we were talking about that is, and I just lost my train of thought there for a moment. But with Facebook is. I read a little post each morning in one of my apps on my iPad, and it gives you like a quote or a verse for the day, and I normally post that online, and I never thought anybody ever saw it or anything. And
I see it.
Well, yeah, and I was at Cook's Food Store checking out, and the lady behind the counter, she said, and I don't even know her name. She said, you know what? I read your little posts you put on there from your little quotes and verses on there, and she said, I just want you to know they make my day. And you know what? You can put those up.
Put positive
you can
things.
put
It's
positive
good.
things. It's what you want to put out there and what you want people to see. And if you want to be uplifting and positive towards other people, that's the best thing to put out there. And that's that gets the best attention. Are those things there?
Well, I hope you've learned a little bit of something today about social media.
and
if you have a group of ladies or a group of men or a church group or something that would like to know more about social media, Chris is available and loves doing it.
Yes, I enjoy doing that. I mean, working with groups and organizations, and I've taught with online and social media stuff for quite some time, and enjoy doing that.
And it's interesting what the parents have to ask, right?
It really is. A lot of them do not understand or do not know, and even for their own use and benefits of it on how to use those services properly. Because they can really, it's like anything, and a tool it could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how they want to use it. It's a tool, and you can either, you can dig a hole for somebody to fall in or build a house. I mean, it's whatever you want it to put, whatever you want to do.
And I think we never put our houses on our Facebook page because we are not allowed to do that, right?
No, we're not. As a business owner, and Facebook likes us to have a business page.
Yes.
And if they find out that you're using your personal as a business page, they have the right to take you off of that. So we don't put our homes and what we're doing in real estate, I normally don't put that on our Facebook page side. We actually have a Facebook page. We both have a business page that we use that for, and it has all kinds of information, new listings, videos, and all that. And if you go to chrisfreetn.com, you can find a link to Twitter and Facebook that I have for just business and general information like that, because you want to try to keep those things separate. That just tends to be best, and that way you can always have that on there, and that helps follow the guidelines of not just Facebook, but for us, for our business and our associations that we follow require those to have special information on there.
Take the time to find out what your children are doing. It might save you a whole lot of heartache later, but know what they are, what they're doing, what they're involved in, what they're saying, who their friends are. Mm-hmm. And there's just so many things going on anymore with social media.
Well, I had one lady, and we were talking one time, and it was a church I went to talk to, and her daughter, she had a software program on her computer. This is before everybody really had them on their phones, but she had a piece of software on her computer that monitored every keystroke and screen that went on. It would take snapshots of the screen, and her daughter had blocked her from Facebook. So she didn't know, and was sending out some information, and was planning to go out, sneak out, and go out with some friends that night. And she saw it on there after the fact and confronted her about it. She said, well, where did you go? Nowhere. And she goes, I've got it right here. And so even when you follow them, you really, I mean, that's the best, just to keep good communications with your kids on that.
Yeah, and there's just so much out there anymore, like we've said, for children and young adults and adults.
Yes.
To get involved in, that you want to be careful with what you put on your Facebook and put out there for everyone to see, whatever social media it is.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the home warranties, and this is very interesting information, and I think you will enjoy hearing about it. We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, and just as I said a few minutes ago, we're going to talk about home warranties. Now, a home warranty is different than your homeowner's insurance.
Yes, it's a different.
And we've had so much bad weather lately and pipes bursting. And
it makes a huge difference.
It makes a difference. And I keep one of these home warranties on my house all the time. Chris has
I've got
one on
one.
his. And what I have today, you can buy any one you want to. I just have the First American Home Buyers Protection, and that's what we use for ours at Keller Williams. But there's several different ones out on the market, primarily the same price, usually around all of it. Mm-hmm. But what this is a home warranty service that if anything goes wrong at your home, you call them, and it's a $60 service call for most of them. Some of them may vary a little bit, but the one I have is $60. And that service call, they will come, and they will do the repairs for you. And on a home that's less than 5,000 square feet, it's $395 a year. And that's for the basic plan, and that's the one that I keep on mine, and you keep.
I keep
that's
one on
what
ours,
he
yes.
keeps on his. And this past year, during this year that you've had it, this
Yes,
time you've
yeah,
had
this
it,
past
they
year.
have installed
Air conditioners into our house.
Two.
Yes.
two new heating and air units
Yes, for $60. I mean,
Each.
that's each. Yes, $60
for
each.
$120 plus what he paid for his yearly fee. He got two brand new heating and air units.
Probably,
Now, $7,000 or $8,000.
probably yes for both. Yeah, because they're big units. And
Plus, you had a plumbing problem, and they fixed that.
Yes,
and that was around what, $800?
oh no, I asked him how much it would cost me to have this done, and he said I would probably charge you about $1,200.
$1,200. So you put all that together. He's had close to $10,000 worth of work done in the last 2 years for the what the monthly cost is, and for $60 for the visit.
Yes.
So you can't get much better than that. If you don't have a home warranty on your home, you can also get it if you're a renter. You can go ahead and buy one for the home. Can the renter buy it, or does the homeowner have to buy it?
I think the homeowner has
The
to
homeowner
purchase
has
that,
to buy
I believe.
it, but that would be up to that. If I had rental property, you better believe I would have one on
Yes.
those. You can have more than one house; it doesn't matter. But it is there, and let me tell you what all it covers. It covers plumbing, it covers electrical work, it covers your appliances. It's an extra cost for your washer and dryer, and a refrigerator. Those are a little extra, but like your disposal
stove.
and the things like that, your range, it covers that. Heating and air, it's worth it for the heating and air. I don't care. Most everybody has something wrong with their heating and air during the year.
Yes,
And they do not come out and check it before you buy it. They will ask you if everything's in working condition, and you say yes, and they write it, and there's no stipulations on it whatsoever. If it goes out a week later, they come in and do it. Now, if you call a repair person first,
Yeah, no, don't
they
do that.
don't
You
handle
contact
it.
them. You
So
don't try to
you-
fix it. You contact them. They will.
That's right. Don't try. You call them, you pay the $60, and they come out and they take care of it. And if you're on a septic tank, you can pay extra for that. If you have a swimming pool, you can get it to cover the swimming pool.
Yes.
You can get it for a well. If you have a well at your home, they will take
If you
care.
have a hot tub, there's an
hot
extra-
tub,
yeah, they
all
have-
of those
They
things.
have some extra services like that.
That's right. On the basic coverage, you have attic and exhaust fans, built-in microwaves, ceiling fans, central heat and air, central vacuum, circulating pumps, dishwasher, electrical system, garage door openers, garbage disposal, the heating, instant hot water dispensers, oven, range, and cooktops, plumbing stoppages, plumbing system, pressure regulators, sump pumps, telephone wiring, toilet tanks and bowls, trash compactors, water heater, and a whirlpool bath motor and pump assemblies. So what I'm saying here is just that's under the $395 coverage. 1 year that covers all of that. Now,
And
what's
any
your
of those,
chances?
if you have any of those go out, I mean, more than likely you're going to be charged at least that amount.
Yeah,
for
to
any-
get it
for really-
repaired.
yes, for any
So
kind of
they
repair
will
work. That's-
replace or repair, whichever. Like they did repair your heating and air unit a few times over the
Yes,
last 3 or 4 years.
But this past
But
year they
this
needed to
past
replace
year,
it. So
they couldn't repair anymore. It had to be replaced. No questions asked. They replaced 2 heating and air units.
Mm-hmm.
So if you own a home and you, I just say cover it. Now, if you have over 5,000 square feet, it's going to be around $900 or $1,000
Yeah, it is
a
more for
year.
that.
It's more, but your house has 4 heating and air units in it.
yes.
So, 2
it's-
of them they replaced.
Yes. Well, actually, they did replace 3 this past year.
Oh, did they replace 3?
They replaced 3 brand new units in our house.
I'm sorry, I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was 3.
you did have a good year for them,
Oh
didn't you?
yes, I did. They were
Well, more than got
but
his money's worth.
That's what we pay for that. I mean,
That's why
we
you pay for
that.
it.
That's
You may
exactly
have
right.
a year that you don't have anything done, but most likely you're going to have something out of all of those items that I read that's going to need repair, and it's worth it. Go online, look at the ones. There's several different kinds.
And if you Google, home warranty plans, you'll
They
get
will
most
come
of the
up.
companies
We don't
come
make
up.
any money on them. I just think it's a great thing for people to have, and I thought it would be a good time to talk about it because of the problems that people's had lately. They're still having problems where they had some damage with bursted pipes and all of this.
Yes.
So you can use it, and it's well worth your money.
I talked to someone yesterday, and he had heard somebody talking that they had a rental house that was empty, and the pipes burst, and nobody knew about it. So for days, the water has just run in this house, and I have just almost ruined the house because the water has been running in it for so long. And but now that would be covered. I mean, the plumbing work would be covered.
Would be covered.
Yes. I mean,
and
but
then
if you
your
have,
homeowners
would cover the
would,
other.
if it's
yeah.
from inside the house,
Yes.
the water inside would
but-
cover the other.
But those kind of things are still covered under your. I mean, if you have a bursted pipe, I believe
Yes.
that's still covered under your home warranty. So
Yes.
that's
So you will want to do this, and then it's not very much to add onto your refrigerator. A washer and dryer is $120, and the clothes dryer is $85. The refrigerator is $50. So you can add those. If your refrigerator's getting old, it would be worth you paying the extra $50 to have it covered.
yes. And
Would
if
you
you've
not?
got and if you've got a nice washer and dryer, I mean. That's a new set of nice washer and dryers. What, about $1,000 for those front loading ones? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's so. I mean, to spend a few $100s each year to keep protected if it's out of warranty.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of things on here. And if you, we usually put on the houses that we list, we put one of these warranties on it. It doesn't cost the seller anything as long as it's listed, and it will cover some of the things for the seller during that time. It won't cover all of this, but it will cover some of those things. And then when you buy the house, you get the warranty with it, so you have a 1-year home warranty when you buy the house.
And it's a good selling point for the house also.
It's a good selling point.
The buyer
yes.
some reassurance
Yes,
when they purchase the house.
And it's good for the sellers while they have it listed. If anything goes wrong with a lot of these things, they can pay the $60 and have it
I think
taken
the
care
house
of.
we bought, and I was trying to think, it's probably been Alex's. It's been Alex is 13. He was 2. No, he wasn't born yet. So it was 14 years ago when we bought a house, and we hadn't moved in. Hadn't been in there that long. And Christmas came around. 2 days before Christmas, the heating and air went out, and we were stuck with that, and we had to pay to have that fixed and everything. But we didn't have a home warranty at the time.
If you'd had a home warranty,
if I would have had a home warranty, we could have called, and it'd been $60 to.
If your agent had have offered you a home warranty.
Exactly. But you weren't in real estate.
No, I wasn't in real estate at the time.
We're not
so
going to say who the agent was.
No, we won't say.
we know him.
But the agent should offer you that when
Yes.
you're purchasing a house, because it's just awesome to have and to know that you have that security.
Exactly.
To have things repaired. Life is just interesting, isn't it? And
It
the
sure
whole way
is.
around.
It is.
So what's
You
going
never-
on? What else is going on with you? Plus the home warranties that we need to, and the trees falling down.
Well, Anthony, that's one thing they don't cover is trees.
No,
falling.
they don't cover
They don't
trees
cover
falling
trees,
down
do they?
outside.
That's one thing they
Nobody
need to
covers
find.
trees.
Nobody covers. Not even our insurance hardly covers those. They only give you a certain amount of money if the one hits your house to even have it removed, doesn't it? Most of them give you about $500 to have it removed, I think.
Yeah,
it depends on your policy.
It's not a lot. It will
No.
pay for the house to be repaired.
Yeah, but not the tree
But they
removal.
don't pay much for trees. No.
No.
It looks. Here's my pet peeve. It looks like the insurance companies would pay to have the trees cut down so that it would save them money on repairing the house if they blew
Exactly.
down. But that
Exactly.
isn't the way it works. They didn't ask me. I didn't know.
Just threw that in there.
Yeah, just a little bit in there.
Well, you know what? I need to check the weather. I think we've got. They actually talked this week about maybe having some snow flurries one day this week.
Well,
And,
I'm so excited about
I think
that.
Wednesday they're talking about that. Now that can change. You know, around here it changes with the drop of the hat. My kids have been really wanting to see some snow this year.
Well,
so.
you bought sleds, 2 years ago?
Yes, we bought sleds about 2
They're
years
still
ago.
in boxes.
Yeah, they're still sitting in the garage, so we haven't been able to use them.
But Oliver will be 6 years old the 18th,
Yes,
and that's this week.
yes, he'll be 6 years old.
And
so.
what does he want for his birthday party?
Well, he doesn't really want to have a party. He would like to go up to their snow mountain in Georgia, and I've never been there, but we've seen it online, and they manufacture snow. It's up on a big mountain. They manufacture snow, and they not skiing. I don't ski. I'm not that coordinated, but they have you can do raft. You get on the big inner tubes and go down and go down the little sleds they have. at the
Make
sides.
sure your insurance is paid up before you go, son.
Yeah.
That covers me while you're off from work. Would that be nice?
Life insurance. Or no, hopefully not that, but just
Yeah.
get
Maybe
some,
you need some Aflac.
and get some Aflac, get the duck quack in there, and get that done. But no, I think it's pretty
safe?
pretty mellow. Yeah, if little kids ride it, that'd be about my speed.
Okay.
And
okay.
I tried skiing once, and that just doesn't work.
Didn't work for you.
No.
We used to go to Colorado, and I like sitting in the lodge and having
I
hot
could do that,
chocolate
but
and that
yeah.
type thing. I did never get on the ski slopes.
I went one time in high school with some friends, and that was it. I was like, you know what, that's just not for me.
Well,
So.
talking about skiing, West Virginia is where I'm from, so I know a lot. And now people go to
Snowshoe up there.
Snowshoe.
That's
That
just
was
what
a nothing place when I was there. I mean, it was just a place that you drove by. There wasn't even a place to stop and get a Coca-Cola or anything.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, it was just, we called it flat top. Okay, it was always colder there than any place else, and if we would we had to drive through there to get to see my grandparents, which was about 50 miles from where we lived. And so we would go through there, and if there was snow, it was always worse right there than any other time. So, it was
They
kind
they
of...
did good making it a ski area.
Yeah, and so anyway, that's, but people go there now, and it's wonderful, and we've driven by there, and it's a great place to go. It's amazing what can happen to property over the years, isn't it?
Oh,
And
yeah, people
things
get an
that are
idea
nothing
and-
become really something, but we're going to take another break right now, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning, and we didn't have any guests today. We had cancellations, so it's just been us. And we hope you've enjoyed it so far. And we just got a few minutes left here, so
Yeah, everyone had the flu. They called this
either
morning.
sick and couldn't get here,
Couldn't
and
get
just
here.
schedule change. And that happens every so often, so it gives us time to sit and chat. So.
And we've been very fortunate, haven't we, not to have the flu.
Oh, it's
I'm
been
telling
blessed
you,
this year.
I really
yes.
feel blessed.
Yes,
Not to,
yes,
I have
we've
not
been
been
blessed.
sick.
We haven't had any sickness.
No.
So, even
And
with
some
the
of them
kids.
have really, it's been really bad for a lot of people. And we haven't, but in, let's see, this morning, the Chamber of Commerce is having their coffee. It's at the Boys and Girls Club. So if you're a chamber member, don't miss that, because it'll be worth going to see the Boys and Girls Club. And we will be having, maybe next Tuesday, someone from the Boys and Girls Club, that they're starting the new program again, and I just got a message from them, and they probably will be on next week. Also, excuse me, the new theater guild here in town is in full force right now. We have our two major sponsors that have already come forth, and we will be presenting our first production. I think it's around February the 8th, and also for February the 14th, there will be a production. It will be a dinner theater.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're not sure, I won't say the price of it right now, but it will be catered, as far as I know, from Ballheaded Bistro.
Oh,
and
boy.
so if you're looking for some place to go Valentine's night and take your best friend or your wife or your whatever, whomever you want to take, it's going to be really nice, and it's going to be for
Nice evening.
a nice evening. So call, and you can call me, or you can, best thing is just to reach me by email or call me, and I'll tell you who to get in touch with. for tickets and to get involved in that. But it's going to be something really good. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm so happy to have it come back to Cleveland. We haven't had a theater for a little while. So
It'd be nice to have it here in town.
It's going to be nice, yes. And
Yes.
they're having it at the new venue there at the Creekside.
Yes.
Yes, and I think Adam Lowe has purchased that and
Getting that together.
getting that together,
Oh, that'd
and
be
they've
nice.
really done a great job with it. So anyway, I just wanted to bring up those couple announcements. What else is going on?
Well, I tell you what, if you want to stop by the website at chrisfreetn.com, we were talking about social media, and I got a goal. I want 100 new likes on our Facebook page. And if you'll come to Chris Free TN, I want to have 100 new likes by the end of the month. And so I'm working towards that on a goal. If somebody just come by, just help me out. All you got to do is hit like, and that's all you got to do. If you're on Facebook or call me on Twitter.
Help my child out. Will you do
just
that?
help us out. I got to
As
go.
a mother would say, please help the young guy.
Yeah, and just come by the website and do that. That would be great. I'll put a little link on there on the show notes and for today, and I won't have any pictures of the guests. You'll just have to see us on there today. So
that all?
that's
Yeah,
all. Yeah,
that's
we're
all
the
we
guests,
have
so I'll
today.
take a picture.
Sorry about that.
It'll be what do they call them? Selfies. I think that is a word we're not supposed to say anymore.
Oh, are we not supposed to say that anymore?
Yeah, they said it got worn out last year. So that.
Oh,
and
really?
hashtags,
So that's
yes.
one that they have deleted.
Yes,
Well,
they have.
what's the new word?
I don't know.
They don't know yet.
They haven't.
Okay.
They just said, they've used that word a lot. They should be using that. So.
Okay.
But you know what? Just come by there. You can check out the virtual tours and everything there on the Facebook.
And you'll be able to see the pawn shop.
The pawn shop.
And I'm telling you, it's a nice building. It has a place in the back where you could put another business and rent it out if you'd like. It's right on Highway 27 in Dayton. Great visibility.
Oh, yes.
Plus 2 lots across the street from it. That's right there on the
Yes, there's 2 acres across the street.
2 acres.
Yes.
And then we also have 15 acres up on the Tennessee River.
Right there on Tennessee River, and it's got a 1,200-foot creek that runs along this property also,
Yeah,
and another pond.
And the frontage on the river is about 250 feet, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Yes, that frontage-
it's great. It's leveled. It is so nice. So you might want to call about that too. We've got several things over in that area.
Dayton area. It's a beautiful
yeah.
area.
And
they watch us over there too.
they do watch us over there, and
They
we
do,
are
sir.
so happy they do because they're wonderful people.
Yes,
and we
nice
love
area.
getting listings from over there, don't we?
We sure do. We sure do.
Yeah, we work it all the time. We work that area. So if you are there, and also in Ooltewah, of course, sometimes you can get us in Ooltewah, and sometimes you can't. But anyway, we work that Ooltewah area also. Real estate is what we do every day. This is what we do 3 times a month,
That's right.
and we kind of enjoy it. And
This
I'm
is
sure
fun.
you
We
would
get
have liked
to-
another guest today, but we have to do what we have to do, right,
That's
Chris?
right. We'll have them all here next week. We're trying to get some people here about taxes coming up. Everybody's
Yes.
got time to get ready to get your taxes done.
And the Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls
And then
Club,
the
and-
theater will be coming on soon and give us
so
some more
we'll-
information on that. So
And we'll make sure they're not sick. We'll make sure they take their vitamins.
I know, I know. But it's a great time. We need you to stay warm, stay dry. There's more wet weather out there than I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I know.
I think that's why your tree fell, wasn't it?
I
Because
think
the
so.
land
Yeah,
had gotten
yeah,
so
it just
so
gotten so
damp
wet.
and
Yeah,
so
the
wet.
ground. Yeah, they just. It
And
had
your
a
rental
little,
house has had some water, right?
Yes, I had some water there.
So
yeah. Yeah,
remember what we've talked to you about today is that home warranty program. Go online, and there's several out there for you to choose from. They're not expensive. They'll save you a lot of money in the long run. Also, social media we
Social
talked
media.
about. Be
Yeah.
careful with that. Make
Yes.
sure, parents, that you look
Just
over.
communicate with your kids about
That's
it.
right,
That's the most
and
important thing
know
is
that that's out
communication.
there. We have had a great time this morning. We love being here. If you enjoy seeing us, or like they did at the bakery this morning, send us a note. Let
Send
us
it,
know,
yeah.
or if you see us out in town, tell us, because we like to know that people are watching and that the sponsors of the program are getting watched and that they're doing a great job. So until we see you next Tuesday.
That's right. And we'll have some other people on here.
That's right, we
That's
will. We hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.